Hello world! WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. So I have most of this room cleared, so we'll be able to actually start working on most of our other stuff. So I did look at the retriever and did deduce the fact that, well, two things. One, the fact that it does have a painted tube, so you can just send it off to the merry blue yonder, or whatever painted color we want. And two, in the case of, say, we have, what is it? Probably something important. Yes, a relay. The relay will send the items to go out over there. And I was a little leery about the fact that the rotary macerator had 2 slots, but apparently only the first one is filled, and it looks like it has to be a manual filling for the second slot, because I think there are some special recipes with the rotary macerator, though I'm not too sure. Anyways, I've got a bone to pick with the system, so we're probably going to want to start off as soon as possible. Now, I do have a bit of nice nickelite that I just macerated up, went and got only, what was it, either 6 or 10 ores. It was probably 6. And basically the stuff required to get this nickelite. So we'll get some more blue alloy, because we're going to want to at least run some temporary wire down to all the machines that we're going to need. Now, eventually I'll put this as smoothstone and put some actual lighting here, but for now I think this will do. So let's actually get a rotary macerator to start with. So we're going to need to make some more advanced alloy, though I do think we still have advanced alloy for some reason in our bees room. So I'll get that, complete the rotary macerator with its stupidly expensive recipe, and then we'll get off and actually make the retriever. You know, with all the leather that I need and all the butchering of farm animals I must do to actually feed my habit, you'd think I'd actually make some sort of animal farm. Not the game. That sucks. That would just, oh no. Do not go to that. Anyways, now that we have our little leather situation handled, we can actually go and make some fun stuff. We're going to need to make a retriever. That is one of the main things. So we need to make a filter. So that will require pistons. Thankfully, we got a piston plan, and that's all going to need this. So I think 2 of these shall be sufficient. And let's see. Doubt we're going to need the battery plan, but we're going to need a filter as well as a transposer, I believe, because the relay also requires a piston in the shape of a transposer. So we need to make, let's see. Let's make the more complicated one first of all, which will require one of our pistons. Here we go. Filter. Check. And now we're going to need to make the transposer. If I get this right, it's going to require wood. And here we go. So now we're going to need to make, yet again, another buffer. And I think we're going to require a chest. No, it's a red doped wafer. But it's close enough. Yes, it's definitely close enough to what I was thinking about. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Transposer. Check. Now we got the relay. And we'll put this relay as a sort of buffer, funnily enough, for our rotary macerator, because currently that's all we're going to be able to craft. Speaking of rotary macerator, we're probably going to need to make the advanced machine blocks, etc. that will be required for that. But anywho, let's actually get our other machine going, which, let's see if I can actually remember the recipe. Alloy, we're going to need iron, and it's going to require an ender eye, 2 of them rather, and this. So let's get out our crafting grid. With the minium stone, we'll need to convert 2 sets of these into ender pearls, throw them in, and now we have our retriever. So with this, as well as our lime paintbrush, and we're also going to need another type of paintbrush. We can do the other type of paintbrush later on. So let's actually get this. We'll have probably 3 rotary macerators eventually. So let's put this. This will be our relay. Ooh, that's very colorful. And our retriever will be here. Now we're going to actually need to get a line of bluetricity for this. So we're going to have to figure out which is the battery box. I wonder which one the battery box is. Let's see, is it the one with the battery? And if I can actually get up there, that would be helpful. Let's try this again. Is it the one with the battery? Yes, it is. Okay. Good thing I managed to get that really well. Yeah. Okay, so let's stop screwing around and put this back into place. We'll just put that there, and we'll paint this tube, and now we'll only need to bring this out to the Merry Blue yonder, but we can handle that quite easily enough. Now we're just going to have this go to whatever color the next sorter is going to be, which I think will go with black for now. I'm not too sure. And these won't really have anything to do, these 2 different modes, because frankly the retriever, it's going to pull everything that it can, so it's not like that matters. So we're going to need to get some wire to just go down, so we're going to quickly, actually now that we still don't have enough blue alloy, but wait, there's more. Haha. And you can probably tell that I've been wanting to say that for quite a long time. Was a zombie? I don't even want to know. Okay, so let's actually stop screwing around, try to figure out what the heck I was gonna do, and then maybe actually get some of this stuff going. Okay, yes, easier said than done way. Egad, now I remember. So I was actually going to go get the blue alloy ingots from our furnace here. So 8 of them, we have 10 in total. We might as well use the blue electric furnace, you know? It'd kind of be a bit more efficient. Who cares about efficiency? So anyways, let's just put those in there so we don't accidentally use them. And we're going to need to make 6 pieces of wool. Just throw them in, and we'll make our first ever set of blue alloy wires. Batteries not included. So we'll just throw this on, and it'll just need to be a simple task of upsie-doo. Might as well do that now. Just move this over and bring it to the retriever, which will be right here. And you'll be able to see that it's just powering up very quickly. Well, quick in a relative term. Now that it's actually using its internal energy, it'll be a bit more responsive. Though the wire will have to reach an equilibrium. I believe it's modeling an AC source with capacitors and inductors, as well as a resistance. It is futile after all. Did I hear something? No. Probably just my imagination, or my ears, one of the two. So, now that we have our other materials that are required, we're going to want to make this circuit an advanced circuit. This will be required for yada yada yada. Let's use some magic, shall we? And with the power of crafting, we have made an advanced circuit. So the advanced circuit is also going to require... let's just put that in there. Is this 6? Yes, it is. Okay, 6 will make one of these machine blocks, which is also going to be required, and a whole lot of flint. Flint and steel. Not the steel, and all that we're going to need for this. And I must say, I love the mouse over with this. Can I change this? No, I cannot. I can change this to Mossy. Curse you. Okay, so maybe eventually this will be upgraded to something a little more useful. Anyway, so we got that, and I believe our compressor is done, because I did send it to make some carbon plates, and we're also going to want to make some refined iron. 9. So we'll get this inducted into the Hall of Infamy, and then we'll just combine it easily enough. We're going to need another advanced machine block for one, so we'll do that. So advanced machine block, and this rest of the stuff is going to need to be used later, but we have something over in the table over here. So it'd probably be best if we actually had many things to do. So, macerator. We gotta upgrade this into a rotary macerator. Good thing it doesn't cost any more, even though it is infinitely more useful. And we'll just throw this in for good measure. All of our other stuff is here for now, so let's just throw this down. Let's see, do I have a lever anywhere nearby? Nope. 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 Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna actually find a lever instead of crafting another one, since scrap is everywhere, and then I'll be right back. Ta-da! One solitary lever at your service. Okay, so we're going to just need to plug this on to our rotary macerator once we have everything else connected. Sorry for dropping in. Okay, puns aside, we'll probably just place it here for now. Heck, why? Be right back while I craft another one and grab a low voltage transformer. It's bad enough that those things cost so bloody much, let alone me just having to destroy 3 diamonds worth of material at an idiotic whim. So I've got my rotary macerator, and I think there is actually a transformer still somewhere. Maybe it's disguised or something. Wait, did I still have wire here? Ah, here we go. So just get that. I'm gonna have to button this up eventually, so I'll just do this. Are you needed? Meh. So we'll just get this out of the way, and hopefully we don't actually fall into our own demise, because that would suck. And now that we have that there, what we're just going to need to quickly do is go under here, take 2 of those, put a low voltage transformer, hoping that this thing doesn't explode as well. And it's going to require to be put, which way? It's going to output any, it doesn't really matter, so let's put it here. Gonna need to break out of here somehow. And this is well planned, Way. Good job. Good job. You're a champ and something. Okay, so let's put this back here. I swear to God, if you dare to blow up right now, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, so now that we got that there, we'll just put the tube down here, and we got most of this buttoned up. So that's good. The rotary macerator is ready for business. It's going to start speeding up, consuming a bit of power. Hopefully it will remain powered, but we'll have to see how that goes eventually. So we'll probably just do a quick tube about over here. Tube about. Oh my goodness. What am I, Aussie or something? Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. Okay. You have definitely been watching too much soccer. So we're probably going to need, not probably, we'll need some more tubes for this, and we're also going to need another sorting machine once we get all of that. So once we have all that sorted, we'll probably work a bit more on getting this and do some test runs. So let's just get all this quickly out of the way. I think that's good. Okay, so now all we'll need to do is just quickly put a few brass. that should be good enough. So now another thing that we're going to need to do is make a timer. Timer is one of the integrated redstone parts, something that I should have probably got to before getting to all the sorting stuff, but considering that I have the resources, I don't see what's wrong. So let's put some stone in, some smooth stone, and get some wafers. The timer, if we look, is not too bad of a recipe. So let's try to make that as best as we can. We're going to need 3 wires, a cathode, an anode. Sorry, 2 anodes. So first 3 wires. Good. Now we're going to need to make anodes. Probably too many. And I do not need tiny piles of redstone dust. Why the heck would I need those? So we're going to need to also make 2 redstone torches. So incoming the stick abuse. So 2 of these. And now they'll only be used for 2 recipes. One of them will be the pointer, and the other the cathode. And once we put these together, we'll just put those there, and these like here, and a stone wafer to boot. We got a timer. And this cathode or anode, yes, it's an anode. The anode we'll just throw into one of these auxiliary chests. Yet again. Okay. Now I think we'll probably only have this set for 10 seconds so that we don't steal too much energy from this. So the timer's use, obviously, it's to pulse every interval, and it will be used for every redstone tick. The retriever will just go and grab what's in it. And it should be good. So now we actually need a place for this to go, and for it to be connected in general. So let's just put this up. Simply enough. And yes, I know I forgot a tube in one of the locations, but what are you gonna do? Sue me? Please don't. There we go. So now we have the lime, and the lime is going to have to be for every single ore that we can macerate. And there's probably a huge list, though I'm not sure how to pull out the I can macerate this list. So copper, ferrous, I'm sure is going to be one as well. Silver, we'll want iridium, but we'll also want rubies. And definitely iron. So let's just go and take out all the stuff that we don't need to worry about right now. So this, ooh, I actually like that. So rubies, sapphires, iron, and I guess cinnabar, though. Can we actually macerate cinnabar? Let's see. Cinnabar, if you please. Huh. Interesting. Some cinnabar combs as well, which might be useful. We apparently do not need to macerate that. We don't want anything to get stuck. But probably the last thing we'll do for now is lead, because we probably are jamming up the sorter at this point anyways. So this will also need to be a lime. So ruby, iron, lead, silver, gold, ferrous, ruby, and copper, though we do have different type of copper ore and different type of tin ore. So eventually we will need to actually change those. So let's see how it actually goes. It's going to be black, so it won't actually go anywhere when we retrieve it. So we're probably going to need to get another black chest. Do we actually have any more paint buckets? Yes, we do. Good thing, because we're going to need to grab some ink sacks for the black dye. So black paint. Gonna need one single paint brush. And let's see, a tube to just paint for a chest for now. We'll just put a temporary chest so that we can get everything working, see if everything is actually working, and then we can go from there. Plop. Okay. Now that I think of it, I could probably have put it in another chest, but I don't care. Okay, so first, well, considering that it's dust, and also this stuff is going to eventually need to be sorted again to see whether it can be useful in other stuff. So we got tin. Let's not worry about the tin right now, but we got our iron, gold, ruby, sapphires, and our silver. So we'll just throw this in. We'll also add uranium to the list, because that's an easy one. And we'll just throw this all in to see if it gets buffered as well. So it's easily going down the tubes. It's going to lazily make its way. I believe it's a meter a second. It'll quickly go into this relay, and this should be at max speed. Yes, it is. So first of all, the gold will go, but nothing else can go, and it should automatically make its way back, putting other things that can work. Now it'll be only every 10 seconds that it pulls, and ruby dust will be useful. Actually, do I want ruby dust or do I want sapphires? Oops. Well, it's not like it matters too much, and let's just knock this down a bit right now so that we can pull the ruby dust as well. Not gonna happen apparently, so let's just bump this back up, but it seems to be working. Oops, I forgot to check the black. So the black is going on. It seems like it's good. Now it seems like the fancy mode, the fancy pants mode, is not being very respectful of the differences of the tubes. So as we can see, it's just making its way into here, and it's all getting sorted. So we got everything working. Now whether or not we have enough energy, or rather whether the greedy matter fabricator is going to allow anything, we'll have to see. This doesn't really work, but oh well. We're going to need more energy, that's for sure. We're going to have to find better ways to generate energy than that. Now that I think of it, let me just eat my apple because I want to make sure that the doctor goes away. Far, far away. I actually put aluminum dust into my blast furnace over here. Ate a bit of coal coke, but we got a bunch of aluminum ingots. That should be useful, I think, in some of our crafting. If not, just tell me and I'll know. Okay, so we are going to make those fancy pants upgraded thermal generators. Thermal, please. Okay, thermal generators are going to require either Invar or the aluminum, reinforced geothermal generators, and it's going to require a bunch of electric circuits. So while all this other stuff is just making its way through the system, we'll find out how that works. What is sapphire dust used for? I want to make sure that I'm just not being horrible. I could make aluminum dust, I guess, but that's probably not the best use of that. And industrial TNT? Ugh. Whatever. Okay, so apparently it's not exactly the best way to make stuff, so I'll probably just take that quickly out of everything. So I'll probably take these out for now. I don't care. The other stuff, it'll just find its way through. Black? Oh, yes, I had it as the default route. Derp! Actually, that does make sense now with everything else, so I think we'll be good. Anything in here? Nope. And apparently nothing's in here anyways. Okay, so I'll stop being a derp and actually work on the geotherms. So, because it's going to take a while before I actually make the stuff, let's just burst our way through and take out one of these pipes. The reason we want to do this is because currently there is quite a bit of lava in our geothermal generators, and I don't want to stop that, so we're going to have to just wait for everything else. So while we're doing everything else, we'll just craft it quickly, and I probably want a jetpack. And we'll just, you know the drill. Benadryl. Shut up. Okay, it seems like it's time for the lottery game. I think these have had enough time to generate all the lava. Okay, one. Okay, one failed. Up, actually, we got 3 out of 4, or 3 out of 5 at least. And we actually got all 5 geothermal generators. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised at that. I would have thought that the random number generator would have said, nope, screw you. But apparently I was mistaken. So, let's take our circuit, and we actually forgot one key little thing that might be helpful in the future. So let's get some reinforced glass. Put that on, geothermal generator, electronic circuit, and aluminum. And it's spelt American. Oh, geez. No, actually, I think it's spelt British. Sorry, America. Please don't bomb me. Okay, so throw that down, and we got thermal generators. We'll just go through the mess of wires. Plonk, 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 plonk. And we're going to need this. Throw this and this. Put this down, and we're going to need to connect. And once they're actually going to evenly go, can we evenly go? Please? I want more than that. Oh, you suck. Apparently it needed block updates. But let's see. Update? Thank you. Update. Thank you. And put that with this. Can you stop being so difficult? Gosh. I have no idea what's with this, but it's just refusing to cooperate. So, okay, this is just being a pain in the butt. I'm gonna try to fix this, and oh, there we go. So, now that we actually have all of them generating some lava, we have a backup over there, obviously, and if my math is correct, it's 5 of these for every 4 of those, since this outputs 24 EU per tick, and it actually is a 50% greater efficiency, so we're actually going a 3:2 ratio for EU to BC energy. Yes, megajoules. Yes, it is megajoules. That's what we're actually converting from. And considering it's pretty much free, all the megajoules, we can just go down, check how it's going, and we can see that it's being nice and toasty. Whew. Got gas. So now that we actually have a pretty good source of energy, and we're actually going to need a bit more wiring, which is probably going to come eventually as soon as I get more blue alloy wiring. Anyways, so with all that aside, let's actually make another sorting machine. We're going to require a bit more wood, because for some reason pistons are an extraordinary thing that we are actually lacking. Other than that, we are good. So piston, we're going to need to get the red doped wafers back overboard and underboard and etc. board, but whatever. You know, I should probably put a tally of how many times I sighed due to my stupidity. Anyways, now that we figured out that it's going to be an unenviable tally, we got our sorting machine. So probably the blue alloy ingots we have right now will be, it's not going to be enough for the wiring that would be required to go all the way over there. So actually let's just make a bit of wiring. So we'll get one bundle of wires and we'll just see how far we're going to need. So blue alloy wires here, we've got 3 extra here, and if we look around, obviously we're going to have to put wires that go out like so. So if we were to put a cover here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and once we get more wool, we will have enough to just bring it over to this sorting machine. Now obviously just this sorting machine is not enough. We're going to need a bit more. So how are we going to plug everything in once everything's said and done? Let's actually get the appropriate tools and figure this out. So this will be gone eventually. Well, the main thing that that's pretty much just taking everything out of proportions is where our tubes are and how we're assuming it's going to go. I'm assuming it's going to come from there. That might change, but whatnot. We're not going to have the sorting machine go directly out there. That'd be preposterous, but we'll have to have it go out probably like this, where the other sorting machine is an option along the route, only colored by like the black line. Now I'll want to have this recessed in the floor since that'll probably look the best. But obviously the tube coloring will be off and etc. The wiring, I think we'll have to... Actually, the wiring will probably be most tasteful either under the floor or in the floor. So probably just have it tubed and etc. Okay, so we have to make sure that this lime and black line stay consistent. But we're going to need to make sure that there's a line to go out there as well, but that it's not either bypassed or at least it remains a steady option. So assuming all those are colored, we'll do it like this. Okay. I guess the problem is the fact that this is both an input and an output. But let's put it like this and see how the tubing will be required. Now this will be a black one. So all the stuff that can't be gone, it'll go in here and be shot out as another color. So work somewhat like a module like this. Now once that's done, since all those are colored as well, it can then just go out like it normally does and go here. So it's the sorting machine thing over here is almost like a separate module altogether. Now actually that won't work because it'll only be able to go, this will be black and it won't be able to bypass otherwise. So let's remove this, get our black paintbrush and maybe get our lime paintbrush as well. No, just the black will do. I always love it black. Coffee, dang it. Stop thinking like that. Okay, so this sorting machine, black. And all this stuff will go over here. In fact, let's just destroy all this and move it a bit closer for everything. So we'll have this. This will be the black painted tube, and obviously there needs to be another painted tube as well. And we'll have the Sortron just situated here. And we'll probably need to actually put it in the right direction because that's cool. And we'll have it like this. So only the black stuff will go in here to be sorted again, and it's not like all the other stuff has anywhere else to go. Once again, this will have to be the default one, but we don't want anything else to go into this black one. So what we'll need is actually a restriction tube right here to prevent anything unwanted to go there. So restriction tube will just require a bit of iron and it'll act as a very large distance. So here, it'll be like 1,000 tubes in one tube. Thus the restriction. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if we have something that can't be found in this one, it'll go to the black one. And if there's something that can't even be found here, it'll go to another black one, which means that we'll probably want it to go into another sorting machine, which say this is going to be our sorting machine right here. It'll be set up in the same manner. We'll probably need better staircase and we'll probably need to have a more robust sorting machine because it seems to break quite a bit. Okay, so this will be black as well, and we'll probably just move it down slightly so that we know what we're doing a bit better. And it'll be set up in the same manner, having this painted black and pretty much in series, all on one area. Now, the advantage of having all these sorting machines on the ground is the fact that they're easily accessible to the person who will need to go down here and actually service the machines, because otherwise it'll just be a pain in the ass. Now, there's probably a better way to do this and much more compact at that. This thing doesn't exactly appeal to me, but it is working, and that's pretty much the only thing that we can actually focus on. The fact that it's working compared to the alternative, which happens to be not working. And the best thing of this currently is that it leaves items from any sorter to go to any one. Now, okay, if the items get pushed over here, it can go out, and then if it can't be seen again, it'll have to go fight its way through. Hopefully it doesn't go to this one. Actually, it'll go through this one. But is there any way for it to not go into this sorting machine? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Compared to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it will be forced into that sorting machine. Anyways, since it's unrestricted and any other items will go out anyways through this restriction tube, any other tubes is pretty much meaningless because the other colors will go through that anyways. No point having a tube like this. Come on, man, come on. Well, I think the only thing that's left is to wire these up and get some covers. Maybe we can actually work on the covers right now. Just get a few covers, put them on the tubes so that we don't have to see their ugly mugs. Obviously, we're going to need to leave the other areas which we haven't got done accessible, because otherwise it'd kind of be a sucky sorting system. Now, where the heck is my saw? Oh. Let's just make a few of these covers, then we'll be good to go. Got the covers. Going down. And my boots are probably taking a bit of a toll right now. So I'll probably want covers here, here, here for fun, and we'll just cover this up quickly, and hopefully in my overzealousness I do not mold this completely to the ground, because that would be slightly counterproductive. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. WayofTime here, signing off. Why are you switching my hands? Have a wonderful day. I will kill you, freaking wire. Blah. Oh, come on.